Hello everyone and welcome back to Train Sim Classic. Today we are going to be taking a look at the UTS SPEE AC4400CW locomotive that was recently released. We'll go ahead, hop in here, take a look at it, explain all of the different features and all of the good stuff that it comes with, and we'll go ahead and take it down for a spin on the Donner Pass. Let's go ahead and hop in here and check this locomotive out. Alright, and here we are on the head end of a loaded tank train. We have the beautiful UTS AC4400CW locomotive, which requires the Tehachapi Pass as well as the GE7F DL16 sound enhancement pack by Searchlight Simulations. Now, this right here is actually taken down at the moment. I'm not sure if they've put it back up by the time this is uploaded, but it has been taken down to get some rework on it and some new features, and I believe the scripting is getting changed up and a whole bunch of other things. But we do currently have it right here. There is also a Utah belt variant that has a Mars light above the nose there. I currently do not have that one downloaded. That one was also taken down. But once it goes back up, we will definitely have a video showcasing it. But yeah, guys, very detailed locomotive. It sounds amazing. It has great sounds. Dovetail, you guys really need to hire some new people for your sounds, man, because these recycled sounds ain't it, man. They really aren't. But yes, so we do have, I believe it is like almost 300 something, 400 locomotives. But yes, very detailed. As you guys can see, Southern Pacific. Only paint scheme it does come in is the Southern Pacific. If somebody does make a Union Pacific variant, we'll probably end up taking a look at that as well. But 146 right here, the only reason I have this one trailing is because it currently has the Southern Pacific Line's decal on the side, which is the only locomotive to wear that decal, and in Train Sim Classic it is actually represented like that. So if I went ahead change this to 147, that decal would be gone, or emblem, or whatever you want to call it. Taking a look in the cab here, as you guys do see, we do have an Amtrak California Zephyr train coming into the siding there to head to the platform. But it does have a completely updated cab. We can open up the windows, open the doors, I believe. Okay, maybe we can't open the doors, but we can open the windows on each side. You guys can see there we have the F40 PH Enhancement pack, also by UTS Creations, as well as a bunch of high levels and some superliner cars, just kind of for anesthetics there. We'll go ahead and put it to full headlights. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the sounds for the bell and the horn here real quick. Not gonna lie, the bell is actually kind of loud, but I will definitely take it over, you know, the default sounds, that crap sounds that we get. I'm unsure if the SP actually had flashing ditch lights on their locomotive, since Union Pacific never did, but honestly I don't know. We do have some extra locomotives for possibly a special Reno train or something, I'm not too sure. But yes, we do have some awesome sounds. Let us go ahead and throttle this bad boy up. We can turn on the cab light, which I've never actually been able to do, because it doesn't seem like the cab light actually works on this locomotive. Well, let's go ahead and release the brake here. As I said, we are hauling a loaded ethanol train right now, going down the Donner Pass. But as I mentioned before, this does require the Tehachapi Pass, so if you do not have that DLC, you are not going to be able to use this, as well as the GE Sound Enhancement Pack by Searchlight Simulations that I will also have linked in the description, as well as this and the Utah Belt version, even though they are currently unavailable at the time I am making this video. As I said, unsure if they will be back up prior to me uploading this or not, but we shall definitely see. A couple of features that we actually have on this locomotive, and I'm not sure if I can do it from back here. I might actually need key bindings. But we actually have working traction motor cut out, so if like you have a fault on the traction motor, you can cut it out, and that traction just won't be in use, which I think is actually kind of cool. We have not seen that in a locomotive yet. I believe the Searchlight Canadian Pacific locomotive has it, but I feel like that's pretty much the only one that does. So it's kind of cool to see the progression of train sim, you know, with all these third-party developers out there doing more than the actual developers of the game. And I honestly feel like the Dovetail and all of them do the bare minimum so that the modders can take over the game. And I feel like that's why they kind of went with the Train Sim Classic variant, is so the modders would take over. They can put minimum effort into the content like they already do, so they can focus on TSW3. That's just my take. I'm not 100% certain, but it is what it is. We also have the new horn, a new cast P3 horn, GE steel bell, which we have already heard, but we have not heard it inside the cab yet. We're going to scare these people. Also, whenever you do sound the horn, we do have the bell that automatically turns on with it, which is awesome. Like I mentioned earlier, unsure if they actually had flashing ditch lights on their locomotives, but it is a nice touch, especially if somebody did want to make like a CSX or a Norfolk Southern repaint of it. But we do have the 4K textures, logos, and warning labels. If I could actually, like, you know, put the cab light on, we could probably see more of these warning labels that they speak of. We do have quite a few different cab view, or not cab view, but camera views that we can see. This one right here is the actual loco cam, which we do see inside the cab right up here. So that is actually a cool camera view that we can see outside our train if we wanted to do, like, you know, a video of a train versus car or something, or just something for like cinematic B-roll. I don't know, but yeah, that is definitely a cool touch. So we got 2 more crossings. We got a clear signal. We are all good. Another cool feature is the light is actually based on the time of day and tunnels. Tunnels, which I believe is the actual like headlights. Auto start switch shut down. Why is it shutting down? Interesting, I don't know. As well as the exhaust that comes out of the locomotive is also based on RPM and load. So if you have a heavy load, you only have one locomotive, you will be seeing a lot of exhaust coming off of the train here. And we do have quite a few crossings here. Holy smokes. You guys can hear the fading away of the horn there on that cinematic kind of video style. We're not going to sound the horn at any more crossing just because I'm trying to get through this showcase video. And if I keep sounding the horn, it's going to stop me from talking. But you guys see that one dude that was literally just like kind of walking in place on the platform? I thought that was funny. But yeah, so the exhaust depends on the time of day, or not, or the exhaust depends on the load and the RPMs. The headlights are based on the time of day as well as being in a tunnel for the illumination. As I mentioned, we do have the loco cam. We have the lagging IFD screens, and we do not have a PTC screen because, of course, this is pre-PTC, so we just have the IFD displays, which are, plenty enough. Granted, they are not, like, operatable, so we can't click the buttons and look. We do have the one main one, and then the secondary one, which is the one that really doesn't display anything. We do also have the alerter, which sounds amazing. Sounds really, really good. I feel like it's a more realistic alerter. We do also have the revamped cab textures, which you guys are seeing right now. Cab radio with static, which the radio is up here, but I don't hear any static or anything coming with the radio unless I have to like turn on the fuses for this, which would make a lot of sense, but I cannot get to the fuse box. None of this stuff works back here, so I feel like there are key bindings for a majority of the stuff, which you guys will see in the README when you guys do download it. There is a README that lists all of the key bindings. We also have number board lighting, which also is another key binding. I don't have the key bindings in front of me, so I'm not exactly too sure, but we do have number board lights on this locomotive as well. Now we also have new wiper animations for both the wipers, depending on how fast or how slow you want it to go. I'm not sure if that's a prototypical animation to where it just kind of stops and kind of slows down in the center there, but it is kind of cool. As well as we have a new Type F coupler on the locomotive, which you guys can kind of see on the front there. Not really, but we do have that new coupler. Apparently we've gotten to emergency braking for some unknown reason, so we will have to reset the PCS, which I still also don't know how to do. But I feel like that is going to go ahead and do it for this one. I pretty much listed everything that we have in the showcase video. We kind of, like I said, going to drive it down the line for a little bit. Wasn't trying to make this too long of a video, but if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you guys join all the social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Everything is down in the description down below. And I will catch you guys here on the next video. Peace.